Alright, so here is the Vortex Crossfire II. So I've recently actually just got Remington 700 and a 30-06, and it came with a scope on it, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later here. But I wanted to go with something just a little bit better. So I contacted the guys over at Vortex, and they recommended for my situation and what I'm going to be doing with the rifle to go with the Crossfire II. It was debating between the Crossfire II and the Diamondback scope. And then they said, with what I'm doing, which is just really target shooting, I'm not much of a hunter or anything like that, and I'm not reaching out to extreme distances, that the Crossfire II would actually be a better scope over the Diamondback for certain reasons that they had given me. They said the glass will be just a little bit more clear, and for the parallax and also the reticle, this would be just fine. This one here, it shows the 3x9x40, but what I actually got is the 4x12x44. So I'm going to open this up and show you a comparison between the factory Remington scope and this Vortex Crossfire II. Let's get into it. Alright, I'm going to start off here with what came from the factory from Remington. This is also a 3x9 scope. So the Vortex I went with was a little bit more, had a little bit more of a zoom to it. It's not a bad looking scope, but in reality it's also not that great either. You've got these bungee caps. The bungee had already been stretched out. I don't know if that was just from people fiddling with it while it was at the store because it was their display model or what, but I mean really poorly, you know, real poor materials on that. You do have your turrets for your windages, and let's see if I can get you a good view of the reticle in here or not. There you go. Not really much to it. It's just the standard crosshair. No MOA, no windages, or anything like that. There we go. Really, the glass isn't that bad, but again, I wanted to go with something that was name brand, not some sort of random Chinese kind of knockoff or anything like that. Everything feels great. It's all tight. It's made out of metal. It's none of the plastic things, you know, the cheap stuff. But again, I did want to upgrade, and I'll see if I can get a good side-by-side comparison of the reticles in post-production to see if, there we go, to give you a better idea of what they look like side by side. So I'm going to move on to the Vortex, and you guys can tell me what you guys think between the difference of the two. And here is the new scope. This is, like I've been saying, it's the Crossfire 4x12x44 from Vortex. Now the reason why I went with this, and I kind of talked over it before, is that I wanted a little bit better glass. I wanted a little bit better of an optic. I also found this for super cheap. I think I picked this up for like $105 or something like that. It was on a huge Christmas sale. My wife got me this new rifle, so I needed something to put on it. And so here it is. And I got the bipod as well, but as you can see, just a standard black scope. But when we look through the glass here, you'll see the optic is a little bit different, the reticle is different, and the glass might look a little bit clearer. Now we're not going to be looking at too far of a distance, but we'll see what we can find here. And there you have it. You can kind of see there that you have the MOA. There we go. Now this is at 4 power, and to give you kind of an idea, that's how far away that rooftop of that garage is. Not too incredibly far away. There we go. So a little bit clearer picture. The eye relief is a lot better. And I do like the crosshairs on that with the MOA, the bullet drop count on there as well. So if you guys have any questions on here, we'll take this out and go shooting, but if you have any questions on this optic, this Vortex Crossfire 4x12, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'll do the best I can to answer your guys' questions. Thanks. Have a good one.